Bend your mind to the will of the maze. Welcome to Mind Maze Review. Now go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button, and the link down below for the community Discord. And with all of that, let's get our minds in shape. Gameplay. So, Mind Maze is a single or multiplayer game, locally of course, set up in different modes and also levels, where you are actually tasked with completing squares bit by bit before your opponent, and there's multiple squares on an actual arena. And it's like one of those turn-based ones. You take a turn, they take a turn. If you make an actual square, then you take another turn after that. And the person, or you or the computer, has the most squares filled in with your marker before everything's filled in, wins. The single player part has two modes, a kind of campaign mode and a mode called Triplex mode. Campaign mode seems a little bit more straightforward with its puzzles, and then the Triplex is more, grandiose, one might say, and definitely more extravagant in the actual level designs. And there's also different actual levels that you can play off. I started on easy. I started on easy. I'm still on easy. It's a really difficult game. Even at the easy level, the computer is still quite hard, and it does make a few mistakes here and there. And then there's the hot seat, and that basically puts you against up to 8 players or computer opponents. And you can even mix and match between them. And it's played in the same way, turn-based, just like the main game, but obviously there's more players to go through. And again, the levels here are larger and more extravagant, or at least they seem to be to me. Now, I've seen other games like this, or at least in similar ilk, and this is possibly one of the first I know, or at least one of the few, that's actually added in a multiplayer game aspect to it. And I must admit, this is pretty cool and a very welcome addition, as it really does elongate the longevity of the game past actually just completing it. Heck, now I can go and lose to actual people instead of just a computer. Yay! The controls were easy, and I find even in easy mode, it still held a challenge. Yes, the computer made a few mistakes here and there, but I still found it difficult. And then there's the fact that, even when you think you're losing, you can still win. An entire game can be won or lost just from the change of one actual square. And it's sometimes that one extra move that you gain and you just don't know where to put it. There is a actual score to this game, but I did not pay much attention to it, but it's there for when you're ready for it. There's plenty of actual levels here for the price, and for those who actually enjoy this type of puzzler, I think with the difficulty settings and the multiplayer as well as the single player, there's plenty of bang for your buck to be had. Graphically, it's simple, nice. You can change the look of your actual square, which is pretty cool. I think I kind of would have enjoyed a little bit of differences here and there, and maybe a few more different skins for the actual levels themselves. Audibly, it's nice, soothing score, and it's just okay. The good. Plenty here, nice difficulties, and single and multiplayer. The bad. Could look and sound a little bit better. The score. I rate games out of 5. It's all my own personal views and opinions, and also I like to put them, the best of the best, onto the wall of fame, and the worst of the worst on the wall of shame, and everything else kind of in the middle. And I'm going to give Mind Maze a 3 out of 5. It's not a bad little game. It has some really neat features, including that multiplayer aspect as well. And yeah, I think certain players are going to get a lot of fun out of this. I know that multiplayer aspect is going to get a lot of use in my family. And as for my alternative, I have not a clue, so I'm going to suggest Miniature the Story Puzzle, mainly because it's a kind of puzzler game and it's kind of also unique, and I've heard some good things about it. So yeah, that's going to be my alternative. And of course, as always, if you know a better one, leave it down in the comments, or indeed any other comment you want to leave about Mind Maze, leave it down there as well. That's after all what they're there for. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button before you go if you've enjoyed and want more of my content. And also join us in Discord because, well, come for the streaming, stay for the chat, because life is better when we switch together.